I try to keep the house fairly clean, at least neat, because when you're a collector, there's so much stuff. You don't want to look like a hoarder, you want to be a collector. And I started being a collector in my 20s. I discovered Mexican folk art on a trip to Oaxaca in 1989. This is me at the Aguilar Sisters with my friend Sherry. And so some of my first folk art pieces were from the Aguilars. Like this little piece right here. I bought that on that trip. It's a bell. And I also discovered what they call alabreas, or imaginary animals, in the market in Oaxaca in '89. And that led to collecting a few more of them. Some black pottery. And the collection grew and grew. So my collections veer from the classic, like the Reverend, to the not so classic, like the Pez man, Steve, from Albuquerque, to the Pezes themselves. And of course, once you collect, you try to find special pieces. But all of this kind of led me into Americana, reverse glass painting. Led me more into some of the better known, Philip Sedith, Ike Morgan. Always had a special place in my heart for Mexican art though, and the Virgin. My friend Mary Forbes made this for me. It's a beautiful, beautiful needlepoint. She gave me the rainbow outfit on the Virgin. R.A. Miller. I even made some of my own folk art pieces. This one's called Jesus TV. It's actually just an old Jesus velvet painting set in front of a television set. So when you watch TV, you watch whatever Jesus lets you watch. And so I call this piece, What Would Jesus Watch? So as I began to collect a little bit more in the mainstream. But still, some of my favorite pieces are ones I just found at secondhand stores. I can't explain why there's a Madonna and eggs and these two cherubim, but I've decided that it's a portrait. I mean, if you look at those faces, that's got to be a portrait. I started out collecting these coconut masks because they were really inexpensive, and that's really kind of all I could afford to buy at the time. But as time has gone on, I have pieces that most of you would recognize, and some that you wouldn't. Some pieces that I commissioned. These are my two cats. And I've invested some money in a few more expensive pieces, like this Ex-Mea. I just love it, but I gotta admit, I think I liked it as much for the glitter and of course for the religious impenetrableness of it. I really do love my black velvet paintings. Piece by Honey by Molly B. Collins. And it kind of fit in with some of my other pieces, like this wonderful one by Lisa Kane. Another black velvet. Carl Dixon, another Ron Collins. And then I'm kind of stuck in there in the middle, I think. There's only 16 lines in that Matisse. And this is Leon Collins. That's What Bigger Mystery. This is a piece by Sam Van Bibber. She had breast cancer, and that's a falsie right there in the middle. This was her way of kind of working through that. Happy to say she came through and she's doing very well. Anyway, that's pretty much my collection. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I'm looking forward to collecting for many years in the future.